That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Brought down by Trey Boston. Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. For one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold.
At the 44-yard line.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. And they are going for it. Darnold. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And it's knocked away and incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the 1st half, decided if there's a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and now it's 2nd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun. It's Bridgewater. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense out.
Rashad Perriman off to the races. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Rashad Perriman taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. He's got it, and the Jets lead at 7-0. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Panthers, nothing. Sam Ficken to kick off for the Jets.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to?
And this will be caught at the 30. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, 72 yards. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
At 7. Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
Yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. It's almost human nature, isn't it? They score on one play. You come out on offense, you try and do exactly the same thing. They tried the deep ball, couldn't quite connect, but give them an A for effort.
And Darnold, he lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Here's Darnold, looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Joey Sly lining up for the point after.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score?
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now Adam Gase has put a pair of fingers up in the air. His offense is going to go for 2. Now it's Darnold. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
First down, Bridgewater. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Christian McCaffrey.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, Bridgewater. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Complete to Curtis.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And this is incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To the air again with Bridgewater. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Bridgewater again. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down.
And incomplete. It's 4th down.
Joey Sly on now for the Panthers. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
That's it. Big hit.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. They'll run with McCaffrey. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
For Carolina, Blake Cashman on the tackle.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
Tackled at the 25-yard line.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Touchdown, Carolina.
25 yards for the touchdown. And the Panthers add on to their lead. The CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Rashawn Perriman. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets are within a 2-point conversion of tying this thing up. Now Adam Gase has put a pair of fingers up in the air. His offense is going to go for 2.
57 the mark. 57 the mark. Ready? Switch. He's mine. Ready?
To the air again, Darnold.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Complete to
Curtis Samuel as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points.
Extra point is good.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game.
Jets, 19. Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line. The
New York offense taking over for their next possession. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
That one good for 10 yards. And the Jets are going to get a new set of downs. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. A final shot before the break. Darnold escaping the pressure right. Airing one out for Crowder. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to get this out to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Darnold from the gun. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Darnold completes it, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
You got nothing. 31's the mic. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Man, 80. Come get some. He don't want it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold. He finds Pirine out of the backfield. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Again, Darnold. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down, that leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check, 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 check. Man, 80. Where's the mic? Coming to you, lady.
Throwing again is Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Darnold to throw again. Looking here for Smith downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throwing interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. To throw is Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Anderson, a gain of a yard, brings up second.
This is McCaffrey, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Myers on the tackle. It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And they'll try for it here on 4th. Bridgewater and company stay out there. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. After the interception, here's Darnold. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Darnold. And that's caught by Smith. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a 1st down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Darnold on 1st down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it at least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Pierre Desir in on the stop.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to look deep for more. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful. Got
to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The drive starts with a handoff to Pirine. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Justin Burris on the tackle. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3. At their 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, Darnold eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and it's 3rd and short.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Darnold on 3rd down. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. With a quick slant, good for 8 and a 1st. Here's Pirine. He's got a 1st out and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now a carry for Pirine. And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. Safety's quick.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And that is pulled in by Herndon for a Jets touchdown.
Touchdown.
10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Jets are an extra point away from leading this game. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Bridgewater to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's caught at the 10. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. He's back to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Complete to Christian McCaffrey.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. And he gets us to the other side of midfield. midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Next point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5.
Sam Ficken to kick off for the Jets.
Now Ficken to kick off following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Bridgewater's
now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Here's Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 4th down.
Down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
Bridgewater's pass intercepted. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Darnold is going to take a knee, and that should just about do it.
Tonight's final score, Jets.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium. From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the New York Jets. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Davis on the return. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
A first down throw, Darnold. Flush to his right. And incomplete to open things up.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
And it's throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 43 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead.
His kick.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
On the return. The Jets take over 1st.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. They'll run on 1st down. Johnson, and he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Tyrann Mathieu on the tackle. A 2-yard gain
on 3rd down. It's Johnson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
11 on the play.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
2nd and inches. At the 30.
They'll try the air now with Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Harrison Butker on for the point out.
And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Ski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Returnable here for Davis. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
1st down.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Tyrann Mathieu on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gore. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
The tackle made just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd.
On 3rd down, it's Johnson. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this 1st quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So more problems here in this 1st quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And this is caught at the 8. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Good.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Returnable here for Davis. And he's out of bounds on the return. What's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. They toss it out right to Johnson. And now look at him go. The 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Touchdown.
Ty Johnson, 68 yards. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily. But
looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They coming off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting them the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. On the toss, here's Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this 1st half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this 1st half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They run. It's Johnson. And this winds up a disaster nowhere near the marker. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
6 guys.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Sam Ficken to kick off for the Jets.
Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, 75 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use than that. Man, one play, 75 yards in. We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Ready to get us started, Sam Ficken has it teed up. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
He was brought down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blesson Austin. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
First and 10.
Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At midfield.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the 50, it's Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here's Berrios. Shifts by him. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you.
And that's caught inside
That's
the 30.
all you got?
That all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Rashad Perriman, 78 yards. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He'll fire this deep for Gallup, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's going to get this down close to a 1st at about the Jets' 23. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away.
That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown.
Amari Cooper.